Hey guys, welcome to the 2018 AP Computer Science free response number 1. Okay, this is going to be a fun one. It's about a frog. They're going to give the frog a distance and they're going to give the frog a certain amount of hops. And we're going to see if that frog can reach the distance or if the frog falls short. So it says the question involves reasoning about a simulation of a frog hopping in a straight line, okay? So it's the frog attempts to hop to a goal within a specified number of hops. So the simulation's all in the same class, okay, the frog simulation class. So you're going to write two methods. Well, here's the name of the class and here's the constructor. Remember that it has the same exact name. The constructor is going to take two parameters, okay? Those parameters are going to be distance and num hops, but it's actually these variables here. So as we're doing this problem, remind yourselves on how to write constructors. Okay, so we have private int goal distance and private int max hops. So the goal distance is the first guy, and the amount of hops the frog gets is num hops. You also have this here. It's important. It's the hop distance. It returns an integer representing the distance at hops. Okay, so we're going to have to use this for our answer. We don't know what the implementation is. We don't care. We just know that we have access to it, so we're just going to use it. So part A, public Boolean simulate. So we have to write that. What does it want? It wants us to return true if the frog successfully reaches or passes the goal during the simulation. False otherwise. So I'm going to just jump down here and show you what it means, what we're trying to do here. I'm going to jump right down here. You guys can pause the video and read all this. Actually, I just have to read this part here. So the way that it works is the frog hops until one of the following conditions becomes true. The frog reaches the goal. The frog has reached a negative position. The frog has taken the maximum number of hops without reaching the goal. Okay? So let's see how this looks like. Frog simulation SIM equals new frog simulation 24 and 5. Remember we said earlier that this is the distance and this is the amount of hops it gets. So let's see if the frog makes it. 5 plus 7 is 12 minus 2 is 10. 10 and 8 and 6 is 24. It just made it, so it'll return true. 6 and 7, 6 and 6 makes 25. He made it. 6 negative 6 is 0. 0, 31. We can stop there because he made it. He doesn't even need 5 chances here or here. 4 and 2 makes 6. 6 minus 8 is negative 2. Negative 2, he fell into the negative, so it should return false. Okay? And then 5, 4, 2, 4, 3. These are your 5 hops, but it never made it, so it returns false. Okay. So if it makes it, it returns true. If it's negative or if it doesn't make it, it returns false. So this was our method header, and let's see what we're going to do here. Remember, from the beginning, we have two variables. One of them is called max hop, okay, and one of them is called goal distance. Okay, we want to make it to the goal distance. And we have, this is the maximum number of hops we can get. This is the goal distance. We also have the hop distance that we're going to use. So let's see if this makes sense. Int position equals 0, count equals 0, count is less than max hop. Remember that max hop is the amount of hops it can get. Now, we have position plus equals hop distance, this method here. So the position right now is at 0. Every time it hops, it's going to add it to 0, and then it'll add it to the previous distance. If that position is greater than or equal to goal distance, return true. Else, if position is less than 0, return false. Else, this guy you should return false because he used up all the distance and never made it. Okay, so that's this example here and this example here. Okay. So that's how we do part A. I hope that makes sense. So max hop is the number of hops. So this is, you have to stop here. And goal distance is when you reach the goal. You can return true. And hop distance is constantly adding to the previous. So let's do part B in the same video, okay? Write this run simulations method, which performs a given number of simulations and returns the proportion of simulations in which the frog successfully reaches or passes the goal. For example, if the parameter passed to run simulations 400 and you did 100 of the 400, then it should return 0.25. Complete method run simulation below. Assume that simulate works as specified regardless of what you wrote in part A. You must use simulate. So remember, this guy that we just found tells you if you made it or not, okay? So this is your method header. Remind yourself what it's taking. It's taking the number of trials that you get. So in this example, it was 400. We just need to see or count how many times it simulates. That means it reached the goal. So I didn't put the answer there, and I should have. But basically, in here, you're going to just say if simulate, right? You didn't have to say equals true because it's automatically understood that it's going to be true. If simulate, then you're going to do count plus plus. Okay, so let me just put int count equals 0. And then when you're done, okay, when you're done, you're going to do double. You need to return double count divided by num. And then you're going to return this. And that will tell you the proportion. Now, you have to obviously stop this because you need it to, the most it can go through is num, right? So you're going to need some sort of for loop. So for int I equals 0, I is less than num, I plus plus, and then you put this part, all of it, including this, below that. So that just goes there, and then you are done.